need headphones?
No, you
Okay,
shouldn't.
perfect. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I was like,
Congratulations. I haven't talked to you.
Thank you. Yes, I'm very surprised and excited.
Are you surprised as well?
Yes,
Okay.
I was.
Because we had spoken about it, and that's why I was surprised because I thought you were done. And so then I was like, that's awesome. I didn't know if it was like a change of heart or.
No. God just had other plans for us. We were not planning on this. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, here we go.
How have you been feeling with it?
Good. A lot better. Definitely over like the first trimester. The first 16 weeks were really, really rough. But then now I feel really great. Honestly, like all of my other pregnancies, I feel like I've been sick like a lot of them. Like a lot of nausea all the way through. And this one has been a lot better. So
that's good. Yeah, that's good. My baby is here sleeping, just so you know.
Is that Marna?
Yes, she is. She is sleeping, but hopefully she doesn't get hungry before we're done.
How is she doing? How is that going?
Oh my gosh, it's going so good. I haven't announced yet. I just left Bella Bay on Friday.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's been wild, but it's really good. I feel like.
Okay, so what's going on?
I'm just at I'm at EXP. Yeah. I just want to focus on like my speaking and coaching and stuff too, and my personal real estate business. And so I joined. I don't know if you've ever heard of Amy Gregory. She's out of Arizona.
Yes. I love her.
Yeah, me too. So I'm with her. And so I just like really in alignment with everything that I'm trying to do from like a coaching, speaking, Mom Boss Central platform. So yeah, it's been good.
I follow her on Instagram. She's amazing.
Yeah, isn't she great? I know that was the thing too. I was like, I'm looking to use social media, like, and so that's her wheelhouse. So to like be coached by her directly just made sense for what I was looking to do, you know?
Good for you. I want to like, can you ever let guests come to your meetings? I want to like listen to one of your meetings.
A powerhouse, like a EXP meeting with her. I'll ask her. I literally just switched, like Friday was when I transferred my license. I haven't even gotten onboarded yet. So, but yeah.
We'll have to meet separately. I want to hear all about that.
Yeah, we should. I'm traveling for like next week and the week after that. I'll be gone to Hawaii, but in May we can get together. Yeah. When are you due? You're not due for a while.
July 9th, we're having the baby. My C-section.
Wait, July?
Yeah.
What? Didn't you just announce you were pregnant?
I did, but we announced it at like 21 weeks, maybe? I don't remember.
That feels so soon.
I was over 20 weeks when we like put it out on social media.
July feels so soon. So how far along are you right now? You're
25 weeks.
Oh my gosh, that feels so soon.
Isn't that crazy? I know.
Yeah. Wow. I love that.
Do
you know what you're having?
We were waiting a little. I was waiting to announce it until we had our 20-week ultrasound. I was like, I just want to see the baby, make sure everything is good.
Yeah. That's
know that it's really in there. And then
seriously. So do you know what you're having?
No, we're gonna wait. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that stresses me out. I don't know.
I know. We've never found out. We're weird. We're crazy people.
You've never found out?
Never.
Oh my gosh. So do you have a nursery? Have you started a nursery? I would assume not, since you have 3 other children.
Yeah, I've got a room that we're going to transfer our 3-year-old out of. And then
yeah.
So we'll get the crib set up and everything.
Yeah. We did ours like a week before, maybe with her. With the twins, I had everything done by like 28 weeks. And then with her, I didn't start till like 38. So
we still have like a big kid bed in that bedroom that I need to like take down, or maybe I'll leave it in there because one of us will probably be sleeping in there, I'm guessing. So
that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so excited.
Have you heard of the Snoo?
Yeah. Yep, I have.
Okay, have you used it? Somebody said it's like a game changer.
I think Kendra used it. You should ask her.
Okay. Well, I found one on Facebook Marketplace for like half the price because they're super expensive new.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's what you pay for a bassinet.
Yeah, that's crazy. I have the mom for moms. That one that like bounces and sings and does all the same stuff.
Is it a bassinet or is it the Mamaroo, like the swing?
No, it's a bassinet by what's that brand? Four Moms.
Four Moms, yeah, they make the Mamaroo too. So they're like a really tech brand.
Yeah, they have a bassinet that's like the snoo, but it's not intuitive. So it's like it does all the rocking, it does the music and stuff. And I actually used the snoo brand's swaddle in
Okay.
the Four Moms bassinet.
Okay. Does it
Also,
work?
she is a great sleeper. Like my
Okay.
twins, she did like an 8 hour stretch. I woke her up at 1 month old because I thought she was dead. And my twins
Yeah.
didn't do 8 hours till they were 7 months old.
Okay.
So
So
very
literally, do you know
different.
Bryn, Weir's
Yeah.
mom?
Yeah.
I had lunch with her today and she's like, okay, I know it's expensive. Go on Facebook Marketplace. But she's like, both of my kids started sleeping through the night at 2 weeks old. And I was like, you're joking, right? And she's like, no. She's like, I swear it is this new.
That's
And I'm
wild.
like, which I'm sure your brand does the same thing. You know, it does the same
Well,
thing.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's not at all the same. The snoo, because the
Okay.
snoo is like intuitive. So like it can feel them like waking up or like moving, and then it will like settle them in and it like reads their body stuff. This one you have to like set it. So it
Oh,
just has like the capability, like you just turn it on and it will
okay.
rock them for a certain time and then it turns off and then it has white noise and music. And but she's
Well,
just a good sleeper regardless, I think. I don't think it's
I'm
the
about to
best.
spend some money on this thing, so it better work.
I almost if we didn't have twins the first time, I was going to buy it, but I wasn't going to buy two of them was the problem that
No,
I had.
no.
So, and then with her, I almost bought it, but I got this one and then she was just a great sleeper anyway. So I'm glad I didn't, but I mean,
Yeah.
I support doing it for sure. I believe in it.
I just feel so bad. I'm like, I have a bassinet already. Do I need this? But also sleep is like my one thing. Like I need to
Yeah.
sleep. I need 8 hours. I don't nap. I'm like
Yeah. I say get
complete,
it. I mean, I think that's worth investing in for your
I'm a
sleep and your
zombie
sanity.
if I don't get eight
Yeah.
hours, girl.
I would
That's
say definitely their swaddles are amazing. Highly recommend their
are they?
swaddles. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, this
We
girl's
tried so
throwing in
many.
like 3 swaddles with the purchase of it. So I'm like, ooh, okay, this is good.
Yeah. Get the swaddles.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Do you want to hop on the? Do you want to start recording? I have a 4
Yeah.
o'clock, so I kind of have to.
Yeah,
be
let's do
conscious.
it. Okay, so do I need to prep for anything? What are we doing? I
No.
printed your email. I forgot to go grab it. So
No, you're good. So basically, it's mostly the questions are a jumping off point. So I'll ask you like, tell me about when you got started in business. Like I let you introduce yourself and then, tell me about when you got started in business, when you had kids, talk about like the overlap of like what came first and how you transitioned from, already having a business to then becoming a mom and what that experience was like for you. I think, to talk about if you feel comfortable sharing about like having kind of a surprise pregnancy or two and like what that did for like you in business. I think that would be really helpful. And then just like how you manage your time, like what your schedule looks like, what advice you have for people that are either getting started in business or trying to scale their business.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, sounds good.
All right, well, jump right in if you're ready. I try to record for about like 25 to 35 is what an episode is. So just so you know.
Perfect. That works for me.
All right. Mallory, welcome to the show. I am so happy to have you on. Will you introduce yourself to our listeners?
Yes, thank you so much, Alexia. I am so happy to be here. My name is Mallory Strotheide. I am a loan officer at Treadstone Mortgage here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, meaning I help people finance homes to purchase and to refinance.
Yes, and Mallory is my first guest that I knew before Mom Boss Central. That we were friends in the real world before all of this started. So Mallory has always been such a mom boss, and a lot of your marketing is about you being a mom. So talk about what that looks like for your business. Talk about your kids, and how you integrated having kids to what you were already doing.
Yeah, so my tagline is hustle like a mother. So if anybody follows me on social media, they'll know that I am a mom of 3, soon to be 4. So that is my life. I'm a full-time working mom, and my husband also works. So that's been fun navigating. So for me, I mean, little bit about my story. Did you want me to jump into that about my story and everything about where I got started? So,
Yeah.
I got into mortgages. I've been in the mortgage industry since 2009. And I got out of it for about a year and then got back into it and came to Treadstone in 2015. And in the midst of that, I was planning a wedding. And so we got married. And then, like a month after we got married, I found out I was pregnant. So I was really starting my business from scratch when I found out I was pregnant.
Yeah.
So that was really fun, to navigate that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness, I don't have any business coming in, I'm just starting and now I'm going to have a baby. And so for me, like I said, I always consider the start of my career when I started at Treadstone, because previously I wasn't building a business. I was taking leads that were coming to me. But, really when I started at Treadstone, that is when I started building my business. So diving into that, I mean, it's been a whirlwind since then. So I started off, like I said, with no business, was working all the way through when I was pregnant, worked all through that first maternity leave, which was not fun. There's definitely some pain that you don't see, that I don't share a lot on social media. There was a lot of pain with that first pregnancy, with that first baby.
Yeah.
But then every year since then, I've seen my business really grow. And so, I think the reason for that is I do have that brand that I've created that's like the hustle like a mother, that's the support of working moms. And it was when I had kids that I was like, oh my gosh, like this is a community and you need to band together with your people. The people that are going to support you and that are going to understand what you're going through are also these working moms who are doing the same thing. So that's when I was like, okay, I really need to dive into this more now than ever. So
yeah. I love that you shared that it was kind of like a whirlwind for you to get started and then get pregnant, like while you were growing your business. Because I experienced something similar with my twins. I mean, my husband and I, we waited before we like started trying, because I said I really wanted to have like my office and my team established. But when I did that, my expectation was still I'd have more time. I thought, I started my team in my office. I said, okay, I feel ready. We'll try to get pregnant, and then I'll bring the baby to work with me, and I can still grow and scale before we have multiple kids. Well, that was not in the cards. Obviously, with twins, taking your kids to work is like not ideal or easy. No. So it was kind of the similar thing for me of like, whoa, that's not how I expected this to go. But I feel like, as a mom, there's so much of that, like, oh, wow, that's not what I was expecting, and we're just going to roll with it. So talk to me about, what each child has brought, like as a someone running a business, how your business has been impacted as you've, talk about the ages of your kids too, because I know them, but nobody listening knows how old your kids are.
Yeah, so I have my daughter, Mallory, is 7. She'll be 8 in June. And then I have Kason, who is 6, and Callan, who is 3. And then we're going to have this new baby, number 4, in July. So, I mean, all different ages. They're, I was out of diapers. Now I'm going back into diapers again, which is going to be interesting. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
But definitely, I think my daughter, I mean, obviously my first, I learned the most from. It was, I had a little girl, and I know after she was born, I was super motivated, because I had a daughter, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, I've got to show my daughter, that us women can do anything, female empowerment. I just really felt empowered with her. Like I said, there was some pain there. I worked through my entire maternity leave. I really didn't take any time off. I was really, busy, and I didn't have a team to help me really at that point in time. It was me. And because I just started building my business, which, there was some definitely some growing pains with that. But I'll never forget it. I had a realtor friend tell me before I had her, because I was so nervous. And I know you feel this too, probably being a realtor in this industry. I was like, people aren't going to send me business because they're going to think that I'm too busy.
Yeah.
And they're going to think that I can't have it because I had a baby, And this realtor friend of mine, she said, hey, I just want you to know that we're still going to work with you regardless. Like, I don't want you to be worried. I know you're going to take some time off for the baby, but I'm still going to send you things. I'm not going to not send you somebody because you had a baby.
Yeah.
And it just made me go like, okay, there's people out there who are going to support you no matter what. And they're not going to think that you're too busy, and they're going to want to work with you. Because you're a mom, and, even more so probably. So, that was big for me. That was really empowering. It gave me some confidence because I was so nervous going into that. And too, being 100% commission.
Yeah.
In this industry, even with your clients, you don't want them to think, oh, I'm too busy, I just had a baby, they don't want to work with me.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, that was game changing for me. And just knowing that I did have this group of people that were like, hey, we want to work with you. And then really from that point forward, that's when I was like, okay, I found my people. That kind of really said, that really showed me okay, I work with men too. So it's dads, it's everybody. But it was like, okay, if you're not gonna support me and you're not gonna want to work with me because I am a mom, or if you're mad that you call me and I have kids in the background, then you're probably not my client or not somebody that I want to work with.
Yeah.
So I really, after her, I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is kind of where the Hustle Like a Mother brand came about.
Yeah.
And it was, okay, who do I want to work with? Who's in the industry or who are clients that have children? I really banded together and really sought out realtor and business partners who were moms or, had children, because I knew they would understand and I knew that they would get it. And then from there, every child has taught me something different. My son, Kason, my business doubled after I had him.
Wow.
So, and it was building the community and it was the support. And, I had planted a lot of seeds. And so my first store only 18 months apart. So there wasn't really a big gap between them. And my third's a COVID baby. So that was, we learned a whole different way to do business when he was during COVID. So, and again, every year, pretty much since I've had kids, my business has grown, I think, as a result of that. You're more relatable too to people,
Yeah, I agree. And I think as a mom now, I want to work with people that are moms because I know how hard it is and how our minds work. We just do so much naturally that makes it oh, I know she can handle it because she has kids. And if you can handle kids, then you can handle this business problem or whatever it may be. But something that you do so well that I love is you work with, you originate loans for anybody and everybody. You have no niche in that department, but your branding is so niche to you being a mom, Hustle Like a Mother. So how did you develop that? And what went into deciding if you were going to move forward with the mother branding? Were you ever worried that it was going to ostracize people? I know that's something when we niche, people get worried. It's oh, I'm going to exclude too many people. But talk to me about how you made the decision and how you decided to implement it.
So my team here at Treadstone, they're amazing. So our branding director came to me and we were kind of bouncing things off of each other, ideas. And, I told her, I'm this is who I'm working with. This is who I want to work with.
Yeah.
And she's like, nobody hustles like a mother. And she's like, that's it. It's hustle like a mother.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're right. It is. And it just kind of came to us that day. We were like, oh my gosh, that is what it is. And to be honest, I wasn't concerned that it would ever deter people. I think because I'm so confident and comfortable knowing that I want to work with people that are going to support that if they don't, I'm just kind of okay, whatever, they're not my client, and it just was, that's how it was born. And like I said, ever since I've had my first child, my daughter, that's really what it has been. And the idea is, like you said, if you're a mom or even a parent, it doesn't just have to be a mom, it's parents in general, you can do things backwards that people without kids can't do, one time. You can run circles around people because you have to be efficient. And so I just think that's kind of where it was born. And like I said, I wasn't super concerned because I just knew I was either way, no matter what, that's who I am and I have to be true to myself. And the pink branding that you see, that's me too. And that was more of me saying, I don't care, because marketing was it's too girly. I don't know. Not everybody likes pink. Yeah. And I was like, look, pink is me. That's my color.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was me being really true to myself, where I was like, you know what? If they don't like it, that's okay. But pink is me. Pink is my color. And I want to be true to myself. I'm very feminine. I'm girly. But I am strong, and powerful. But, I like pink. So that was kind of where the whole brand came from.
Definitely. I love that. You talked about how your business grew so much after, your son. So tell me, like, as you've gotten more help, now you have a full team,
Yeah.
how each maternity leave, quote unquote, because as entrepreneurs, that always looks different, but how each maternity leave has looked different and how you've prepared your business for each child.
Yeah. So, like I said, with my daughter, we didn't really have much of a team or maternity leave. I mean, I had people at the office helping me out, but my team was really just me at that point. With
Yeah.
my son, I did have a loan officer assistant who was amazing, who helped me with that. So with my second child, so I did take some more time off. I think I took 8 to 9 weeks with him, which was really, really nice.
Yeah.
With my third, I had a bigger team in place too. And again, it was COVID. So it was very interesting because he was born in October of 2020. So everything was from home. We still weren't really meeting people in person at that point, So it was like a very different story, but I did have a little bit bigger team. I had 2 loan officer assistants at that time, as well as 2 processors. So I was able to take a full 12 weeks with them.
Wow.
Which was amazing. And and that was during a refi boom too, because COVID, I mean, rates had dropped and everybody was refinancing along with buying. So we were really, really busy at that point. Our production was the highest it's ever been in 2020, 2021. So, that was really amazing. And I probably could have taken more time if I wanted to, but I mean, I am a workaholic, right? It's in my blood. That's what I do. I miss it and I crave it and I want to jump back in. So, I did a lot from home with that when I needed to. So,
yeah. So with this baby, how does it look different? I mean, this is number 4. Your business is at a different place than it was at, I'm sure, 4 years ago. So talk to me like how you're preparing for that maternity leave, or if you know what it will look like.
Yeah. So I have an amazing team. I mean, the best support. And, I have 3, loan officers that work with me. So I have ample help right now, as well as a team lead who handles everything from the management perspective, and an administrative assistant that helps me with like all of my marketing and my concierge program and my follow-up. So my team has really grown. So I feel really confident. Honestly, for me, I'm just going to miss them. I mean, I probably don't need to be here, but I'm going to be like, hey, can I pop in and say hi? Can I, I'm sure I'll come in, but we kind of set it up right now. We're having the baby on July 9th, where, I pretty much told them I'm not going to take any in-person appointments until after Labor Day. I'm going to really, if something needs to happen from home, I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to come into the office. And I'm not going to schedule anything with somebody unless it's like a super important emergency meeting type thing until after Labor Day. And as you know, in Michigan, we get very few nice months. So honestly, timing wise for me, there's not a lot of events and there's not a lot of in-person things that are happening in real estate. For me, on my side of things, I know as a realtor, you're always showing properties, but for me, most realtors don't want to meet with me in the summer because they're like, we want a vacation. We want to go to the beach. It's really kind of a slower time. So for me, all of those, my job and my team now is to go out and get business and to go, market and to meet with people. And so for me, actually, the timing is probably pretty good because there's not a lot that I'm going to miss at all. Maybe a couple golf outings and that's it. So so that's what my plan is right now. Obviously that could change. And, if something crazy happens, I'm not going to, ever let business go away. That's, one of my top priorities in life, my kids and my business. My business is my 5th baby, right? So I'm always going to, jump in, and I can do so much from home, which is the beauty of my job, is I can work remotely if I need to. So
yeah, definitely. Talk to me about how you manage your 3 kids now and your business. I mean, obviously you're not 9 to 5, just with, running a business. There's so much that goes on between like posting the content online, actually managing the day-to-day operations, having staff under you. What does that look like? What has worked well? What has been a struggle?
Yeah. So social media was like a full-time job, and I was spending so much time on that. I would be at like gymnastics and like swim lessons, like making Canvas and like trying to post and every morning I would take an hour and I would film reels,
Yeah.
And I finally got to a point this year where I did delegate that, where I was like, you know what, this doesn't make sense for me anymore.
Yeah.
I am wearing myself ragged trying to do all of this and add social media on top of it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I like it, but it's not like what I'm the best at, right? Like I'm not the best at social media and Canva and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have an internet marketing degree.
Yeah.
I did find somebody locally who I am paying to do that for me at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it made sense for my business because it freed up a couple hours of my day for me to spend more time with my family and to get more business, right? That I can make money on. So I did delegate that to the experts. That's been a game changer for me because now I can get a lot more done in the morning and at night when my kids go to bed versus spending it on my phone on social media. So that was big for me this year. That was a game changer. I just delegated that probably like 6 months ago.
Okay.
And I've noticed a big difference in my mental health as well.
That's good. Yeah.
Yes. As far as my hours go, I am a morning person.
Okay.
So my two older kids are in elementary school, and then my 3-year-old is in daycare.
Uh-huh.
So, and my husband is an assistant principal, so he has to be to school by 7 or 7:15 every day. So I made the decision a couple of years ago that I wanted to get into my office by 8 a.m. every day, and that was just my goal. With my husband having to leave work early, it just made sense for us to all get up early and to all get out the door. So I made the decision to do before and after care for my kids, so that it would give me an opportunity to, get to my office at 8 a.m. So really my office hours are typically 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay.
I try to be in the office Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4. My team knows that. My team comes in at 9, so I'm here an hour before everybody comes, and their hours are 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So I take those mornings, I get what I need to get done, and a lot of it is housekeeping. I'll take calls, I'll do follow-up calls at that time, so a lot of people are available in the morning, but I do get a lot done in the morning. And then I go pick my kids up, and I try and get my kids, between 4 and 5. So for me, that has been my office hours. We are real estate. We are 9 to 5, not 9 to 5. We are around the clock when the clients need us for the most part. So I also about a year ago started paying my team members to work weekends for me. So rather than me having to work every Saturday and Sunday all day, every day, I have office hours on Saturdays and Sundays where I do pay them to work from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, that's so nice that you're able to delegate that.
That has been a changer for me too, because it's like, okay, I can tell everybody these are my office hours on Saturday and Sunday, and I don't have to worry about it. I can spend more time with my family. So that's been a really good balance piece for me.
Yeah.
Navigating that, because weekends, it's hard. I would never see my kids if I'm in my computer. I already work Monday through Friday, 9 to or 8 to 4 in the office, and then if I'm working weekends too, it's kind of like, okay, I need to be able to carve out some time. So that's giving me my weekends back, which has been really nice.
Yeah.
Fridays I work remote. So Friday is my day where I do not schedule anything. That is like my catch-up day. So I block it off pretty much completely. I will go to closings because most closings happen on Fridays. So I'll try and make sure I can do closings if they're happening for clients. And then I'll do a lot of follow-up calls, follow-up emails, Zoom calls with clients if I need to. And then a lot of personal stuff too. Like if I volunteer at my kids' school on Fridays for an hour.
Yeah, I love that.
And like I said, if there's anything that didn't get done or couldn't get caught up, I try and catch up on Fridays. So that's kind of like my personal day. I work from home. And I get caught up on everything. And I jam-pack my schedule Monday through Thursday. So any in-person meetings I try to do Monday through Thursday.
Was it hard for you to set that day off? Like, was it hard for you to set the boundary and say, hey, I'm not coming in, I'm not doing meetings on Friday?
It wasn't, because I set it with my firstborn. And the reason I did that was I didn't have daycare on Fridays with her.
Okay, so, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So from the moment she was born, it was known Mallory's going to be working from home on Fridays.
Yeah.
And so I would cart her around in her little car seat to closings when I would go to them, and she was my little buddy, and she'd work with me. So, no, it would have been, I think, normally, but it's really been a blessing. I don't, all of my kids have care now on Fridays, and I get so much done.
Yeah.
On Fridays, because I set that day aside and I block it and I say, I am getting all of my catch up done this day.
Yeah. Definitely.
And they're usually, I'm very productive on Fridays. I get so much done. So it's been a game changer going into the weekends.
Well, and for me, I mean, I know I need like a day. I am now back to 5 days in the office just because I feel like I don't get a lot done at home with all my kids. But I feel like I need a day for like my nails, my toes, my lashes, like, you know, all the things that I like need to do. Like they're not business activities, right? But like if I don't have my lashes done, you better believe I'm not showing up with a client. Like I'm not going to show up with my lashes all crazy, you know, or my nails, you know, those kind of things. Like I need that self-care. I don't even want to call it self-care because I consider it more like, does my husband consider getting his haircut self-care? No. So why do I have to consider getting my nails? Like I don't like getting my nails done. Like, I mean, yeah, a massage here and there is nice, but you know, it's so funny how like what we categorize as self-care. But anyway, you know, like during the workday, like I have to find time when I have care for my kids to do that stuff because I don't want to take more time away from them in addition to all my working hours to do that. So I feel like it is, you know, hard if you don't have a set day to find time because at least for me, my calendar gets full so fast just with whether it's podcasting stuff, real estate stuff. And if the time's open on my calendar, I'm going to have something to do.
Yeah. And I do that. It's funny you say that. My facials and my hair appointments are always on Fridays. Like I keep that.
Yeah.
Like every 8 weeks, I got my hair, I got my facial on there.
Yeah.
Like you said, nails, whatever else I might need to get done. You know, oil changes, you know, things that like you don't have time for and they're not open on weekends, you know. My doctor appointments, every OB appointment is on Friday. So it's just like, you know.
That's nice that you have it built in. Yeah.
Yes, it is a game changer to have that.
Yeah. So tell me about like scaling your business. What strategies or advice do you have for someone who has the young kids? They're trying to figure out if they can delegate tasks, if they're scaling, you know, what you did that worked for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, everybody's idea and everybody's goals of like their business is different, right? So for me, I wanted my production to be at a certain level. I wanted to keep growing it and to keep scaling it. And I think a lot of women and a lot of moms out there are like, you know, I'm okay if I only do X amount in production or if I only sell X amount, you know, and that's okay. Everybody has a different level of success, right, that they want to see. For me, I'm very competitive. I love to work. I love to be a mom, but I love to work. And so, you know, I was like, hey, I want to be one of the top loan officers in Michigan and in the country, and I want to grow and scale. And so I knew that I needed a team to do that. And so I really relied heavily on, you know, other people here at Treadstone who had teams and other loan officers around the country who had teams and what they'd done, you know, and what that structure looks like. So I really mimicked the structure of a few other loan officers here who have teams with my daily schedule and with what everybody does on the team and with the whole structure, you know, of what we do as far as meetings go too. So, you know, as far as that goes, like I said, I'm very structured and very detailed. I stick to my calendar and, you know, I knew what I needed to do to grow my business. And so I stick to that. And like I said, I stick to what I'm good at. And I'm finally at a place in my life and my career where I'm like, okay, it's my job to bring in the business. It's not my job to check emails. It's not my job to set these appointments. It's not my job to take all of the phone calls that are coming in. And I'm able to really focus on that and build on that. And so I really mimicked what these other successful teams were doing. And I said, okay, they're doing this level of production. How can I utilize these people? And if I'm given these people, I need to utilize them, right? Like if I'm not doing a business, then they're going to go away. I'm not going to have a team anymore. So, you know, really making it work and looking at my level of activity. I have a tracker. I track everything. I track every in-person appointment, every meeting, every coffee, and I have goals, you know, how many calls I'm going to make a week, how many appointments I'm going to make a week. And I time block religiously. So my calendar is pretty packed from 8 a.m. to 4 to 5 p.m. every day. And I stick to it.
Yeah. I think it can be so hard to stick to it for some people, especially when there are outside things that come up. So how do you do that? Like, how do you say, okay, this is my time block time. I'm not doing anything else.
Yeah. Well, I'm not perfect. Like I was supposed to make a bunch of calls today and I didn't do it. But what I did do was I said, today got away from me. I'm going to admit that. tomorrow I have an extra hour between here and there, and I'm going to make my calls there, right? So I think it's, it's not going to be perfect every day. Nobody's perfect. And if they say that they do it, they're lying to you, especially in real estate, because how many times do you have to put out a fire that you weren't expecting, right? So,
oh my gosh, yes. That's the struggle when the fires come up.
Yes. Yeah. And that's like today, I'm like, oh, I have all these other things I have to do, and my lunch ran late, and and so I try to do it 90% of the time, right? And I really try to stick to it and I'm very disciplined. And I turn in my greatness tracker to my team. So
that's cool. That's a good accountability system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I don't make my calls, and if I don't go to my lunches, and if I don't do all of these things, I owe them. I think we put $50 into like the jar, and they do like a team happy hour or something is what we're doing. So
that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah,
that's a great
tip. Just sticking to it, and it's all about discipline. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
It's like you have to know, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do, and everything else can wait. There's very few things that are going to be more important than your calls that can't wait an hour. So just sticking with it. And like I said, if you do mess up and you do not hit a certain time in your calendar, then I just reschedule it for another time. And I say, okay, it didn't happen today, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. I have this block that I'm already making calls. I'm just going to add an extra hour onto it. So, like I said, just discipline and accountability. Accountability partners are huge.
Yeah, I love that you said that. On Mom Boss Central, we have like an accountability partners tab for people that are looking for someone that maybe can't afford a coach or aren't ready for a coach or already have a coach but want another form of accountability. Because I think that is such a huge piece to our success, is to have someone else that can check in and say, I know life's crazy. I know you're not going to hit 100% of the time, but are you still making those efforts? Because it can also feel like if you get away from it, it can feel so easy to get off track and then stay off track. Like you said, it's like, oh, you have an hour in your calendar, you're going to put it in. But a lot of the times we don't put it, at least for me, it's like, oh my gosh, when am I going to put it in? It's just easier to not I'll try again next week. So I think that is a huge piece of it, is to just have someone that can understand what you're going through and all the things that come up, and that you have to deal with kids' soccer practice. That's going to come up. Or if a kid gets sick, that's understanding, but can still help you stay accountable. So, I think that's awesome.
To break a habit and to get out of it. But like when you build, so for me, I went through that in January. We had a million snow days in a row, and the kids had just gotten off winter break. And I was really I was in the first trimester feeling really sick and really tired. I was like, I had the classic, lazy syndrome. I was like, I don't feel like doing anything. It's Monday, but I'm home. I'm not going to make my calls. And I'll be honest, there was probably 2 to 3 weeks where I was really off my schedule. And as somebody, like I said, is very religious with my schedule, and it's embedded in you. Once it's embedded in you, you feel really guilty when you miss it. And it's like, oh no, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I'm in trouble. Almost kind of thing. And, and so I had to really push myself the next couple of weeks to get back into that habit. Once I did get the kids back to school finally and get into the office, okay, I get back into it. And now, again, it's ingrained in me. But it's easy to fall off the wagon, right? And to not
it is,
so just sticking with your schedule and the habit is huge.
Yeah. Mallory, this conversation has been so amazing. I love everything that you shared, and I am so excited to see what baby number 4 brings for you guys and for your business. I think you're such an inspiration to moms in the industry, or anyone that's, working and can look at all that you've built, and the confidence that you have too, I think is so great. So thank you for being part of the Mom Boss Central community. Where can our listeners connect with you if they want to stay in touch?
So Instagram, you can find me. It is, hold on, what is my handle? Mortgage.mama, mortgage.mama. I'm on Facebook too, but Instagram is probably the best place to follow me.
We'll link it in the show notes so people can.
Yeah, and I say you've got my email and my phone number too, if that's easier. But I just want to say thank you for doing this. I love this. I think this is so amazing, and anything that anybody can go to that's a woman in business to get advice and learn from, I think is so powerful. And I just want to thank you for doing this. I think it's awesome. So.
Oh, thank you. Well, I love that you're a part of it. Oh, well, yes. So happy that you're here. It's so fun to chat about all the crazy things that we experience as moms and business owners. And it's so nice to have like-minded women in the, in our corner, because I think that's huge.
I love it. And I love that you have Marna on the podcast too.
Oh yeah, we make it work. So thank you again for being on and being part of the community. And I can't wait to meet baby number 4.
Of course. Thank you, Alexia.
Yay, so great. I have to feed her. I was going to take my boob out, but I was like, I think my camera is showing it and I don't want to
Your what? I didn't see anything.
No, I didn't feed her yet. I was going to, but I think my camera got turned lower
because
I fed her.
I was like, wait.
No, it wasn't. But before I fed her on, but I couldn't tell if the angle was right, and if I didn't want to do it, and then we go back to take a clip.
Can you blurb it out? Can you do?
Yeah, I know. Seriously. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you. That was so fun.
Thank you for having me. Yes, I love this so much. Seriously.
Yeah, it's been so amazing. I feel like I have gotten just so much out of it, from having these conversations and the women that I've met.
Have you had a lot of growth?
So I only launched 2 weeks ago. I launched April 1st, and we've had over 200 downloads, and the community, when I posted though that looking for guests, I posted in one Facebook group, and I had 130 women reach out to be on the show. So it's been wild. I've been doing 12 podcasts a week for a month and a half. It's been so crazy, but
awesome.
It's good. I think, it's just kind of being consistent with it, and now trying to build the networking events and the that kind of thing. So yeah, but it's been really good.
Well, if you ever need help with anything else, let me know. I think this is amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely, are you on mombosscentral.com is the platform?
I need to go to it.
Yeah, you should. We have a networking event tomorrow afternoon, and just a lot of, I'm trying to build that piece up, is the networking side of things.
What's tomorrow? Sorry.
There's a virtual networking event at 11:30.
Oh, fun. No, I haven't seen this.
Yeah, you should definitely join.
So where is it at? I'm at themombosscentral.com.
Yeah, so you just create an account, and then under virtual events is tomorrow's, but there'll be reoccurring ones.
And you said this is virtual, so it'll be via Zoom or?
Yeah, it's in that platform actually.
Awesome. Okay, well, I'm gonna play around on here. Maybe I'll come to it.
Yeah, you should introduce yourself in the thing. There's a place.
Okay, when is tomorrow? Sorry, I'm just getting
11:30. No, you're good.
11:30. Let me see. How long is it, Alexia? Is it just is an hour or half an hour?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay. I can probably stop on for I just gotta figure. I have a team meeting tomorrow, so I just have to figure out how long it goes. But if it doesn't go too long, I can probably at least pop on for 30 minutes.
Yeah, just swing by. I don't know how many
virtual networking
people are gonna come tomorrow. Last time there was 12, but we'll see.
Fun.
So
fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you know for sure. I have to figure out what time my meeting's gonna get over with, but if it gets over with in time, for sure.
Okay, sounds good. Well, yeah, we have to catch up before you have your baby.
Yeah, let's do lunch or something.
Yeah, that sounds good. I would love that. Let me know when works for you. In May.
Okay. Yeah, I'll shoot you my calendar. I think my May is decently open. The rest of my April, I feel is already booked. We talked about, my schedule just books up so fast. But yeah
so quick.
Good, so.
Okay, cool. Well, so good to chat with you. I will talk to you soon.
I'm so excited for you too. Congrats on your move.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, congrats on your baby. I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll keep you posted. I'm gonna go get that snooze tonight. It better be worth it. It's so expensive. I'm
Yeah. Good luck. I think it'll be good.
Well, anything for more sleep. I'm just not gonna tell my husband how much it costs.
Yeah, exactly. My husband was surprised at how much a water. He's this is more than $20 the water table. I'm yes.
Yeah.
What do you mean? He's I'm you have no idea how much kid stuff is because you've never bought anything.
No,
I just buy all the kids stuff.
Though, with the bassinets too, especially these ones, and probably the one you bought too, they resale really good.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
someone's like, you can buy this one for this price and probably get close to that when you resell it in a year.
That's a good idea.
So,
yeah, I didn't even think of that.
I'm not going to need it very long, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Well, awesome. Thanks for being on. I appreciate it.
Of course. I will talk to you soon, girl.
Yeah, have a good rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye.